there's a ton of debris floating right underneath the surface. When you place the card into the slot, it saves your magnetic information. Safety experts advise that you crouch down into a ball and tuck your neck under. Naloxone is a drug that can be used to reverse an overdose. Although this home was listed as vacant, it's obvious somebody has been living here because in the ashes are some fresh onions. You don't have to be a police officer or a firefighter to learn CPR. In fact, many organizations like the Red Cross and the American Heart Association offer classes. This sign will likely be removed this year after the expansion of Our Lady of the Lake Hospital Emergency Room. This tree was planted in honor of the late Dr. Martin Luther King. Its deep roots are a reminder of the many generations who fought and struggled for equality. Debbie's Bridal is offering a discount to brides who have lost their dress. That way they can make their dream dress a reality. You want to try to catch as many Pokemon characters in order to become a Pokemon master. Oh, look, a bumblebee just appeared. Got it. Candles flickered in the night in tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who changed the course of American history. This candlelight processional honoring Reverend King's birthday included faculty and students alike.
We need to celebrate the life and the legacy of a man who paved the way for me, my organization, and other people around this world. Dr. King has taught me that hate cannot get anything accomplished. If we do not love one another, if we do not uplift and build each other up, then we are only tearing each other down.
Dr. King was the son of a preacher. He learned through his father and his formal education how to ignite the hearts of supporters. Along with his supporters, he led marches, rallies, and sit-ins. Many of these forms of peaceful protests are still in use today.
There's a continued struggle for equality, not among race, but among everything nowadays. LGBT rights, still racial equality, men and women in the workplace equality. So there's a very strong-rooted fight for equality from his time all the way till now.
This tree was planted in honor of the late Dr. Martin Luther King. Its deep roots are a reminder of the many generations who fought and struggled for equality. Though the fight for equality lives on, so does King's legacy. Coretta Scott King, Dr. King's wife, created the King Center to inspire today's generation to continue his work. For the North Shore News, I'm Tara Barbe reporting.
I walked to the back door, and I was actually standing in the door when it passed overhead.
Edwin Davidson was at home when a tornado passed through Davidson Road. 2 were injured in a home he owns up the road.
As far as noise was concerned, it was just one boom. It was just one explosion, and the whole house just disintegrated.
Davidson went outside after the storm had passed and called out to his neighbors. He found them on the blacktop across the street.
Both of them were hurt. Broke the man's, one of them, I think it was his left arm was broke. She's on crutches, but I don't think her leg was broke. She was injured pretty bad. They both went to the hospital that day.
Right here where I'm standing is what remains of a home. Here lying in the dust, a small child's toy. Besides the Davidsons, several other homes and families were affected by the storm. The Thrashers had 2 homes and a barn damaged by the tornado.
I went to work. I have a tax practice in Springfield, and about 10:33 that morning my husband called me and he said, "You're not going to believe this." He said, "We just had a tornado here."
And I was in my house when this happened, and it sounded like a locomotive. I know everyone has seen pictures of a twister, but when I saw the twister, it was 50 yards from the house, and it seemed like it was just a split second and it was at the house.
It was beyond belief, because I think the weather reported that the storm came through about 10:25. He called me at 10:33. That's just how fast it happened.
Despite the devastation on Davidson Road, all of the occupants seem hopeful. Many have already started to rebuild. On Mr. Davidson's property, a tiny flag blows proudly in the wind as a reminder of the community's strength.
Sometimes I think it's the way God makes us better. He tempers us like he does bricks, you know, to make us stronger.
For North Shore News, I'm Tara Barbe.